Well, hello there. And this is Auntie. And I'm here to do my review of Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 44, Secret Cellmates. Y'all, was this show a hot mess tonight or what? Let's get ready.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that
You can make this up.
Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome back. This is Auntie, and if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining this channel, this family, and to all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate tonight's episode of Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 44, Secret Cellmates, I would actually rate this episode a A minus. Let me know down in the comment section what you would rate this. Go ahead on and write it down. Put it in there right now. Let's see if we all are on the same page. I rated it an A minus because it wrapped up the story finally. I think this is the first one that I've kind of seen where they've kind of wrapped things up, but they also left a little bit of suspense. We got to see deeper into their lives, and that's something I'm always looking for, right, in these stories. And I thought that the producers really did a good job of kind of trying to wrap this up for us. So again, let me know what you would rate this in the comments section below. Y'all, let's go ahead and get started with this foo-la-la. Okay. Let's get started with the foo-la-la. The first couple that I want to talk about is Courtney and Josh. Courtney, of course, as we saw in the last couple of weeks, Courtney has been dissatisfied with the loving or the lack thereof that she has been getting from Josh. And Josh knows that his time is short and he decides to do a 180, right? We see him putting post-it notes on the front door in the shape of a heart and little stickies around in different places of the house. He said he realizes, what he did wrong, and he really wants to let Courtney know that he loves her and everything. And so she gets home from work and everything, and he has sent her on a scavenger hunt. And so she gets there and, she sees the posters on the door, and she realizes that, okay, I've got this scavenger hunt that I've got to go on. And so, he has one note that says, go to where things get hot or cooked or whatever. And she goes to the kitchen, and then she, reads another sticker, and she goes, you all know how that is. She goes to the bedroom, and there's a dress that's on the bed, and he tells her to take a bath. And I thought that was funny because I was like, is he saying she's stinky? But anyway, he tells her to go and take a bath and change into this little blue dress. And he actually has some heels for her. and she was excited about that. And I don't know if he brought it or if he got it out of the closet, but it was a nice gesture nonetheless, right? And so, she goes from place to place, and then she ends up finding herself out in the yard with him, and he has flowers and all that kind of stuff for her. And she immediately begins to cry because, as we know, she had been trying to purchase a wedding dress. She's been wanting to be, married to him the traditional way since the last time that they were married. It was done by double proxy. And so, her heart is warm that he has done all of this for her. And, he has pickles, of course, out there and cheese and stuff like that. So I thought it was nice that Josh had, at least put in the effort. And then, of course, he asked her how she feels about it. And, she has never really had anybody do anything like that for her. And so she's really excited about that. And he apologizes for his behavior. And they realize that time is short. They have been denied the opportunity for him to stay with her. So after his 14-day quarantine, he is going to be going to stay at his sister's house where he will finish out the rest of his parole. And so he, brings out a ring and, reproposes to her and asks her, is she going to stay with him forever and ever? Because at this point, Josh knows, like, right, my time is over, my time is up. And so as a result of that, she goes on, and she tells him, yes, I'm going to be here with you, and all of that, kind of like, a little warm and fuzzy. And as we know, Josh was back in prison for a parole violation, I believe for 6 to 9 months. And so, I don't know what that parole violation was. At this point, it don't even matter. He went back to prison. I'm not sure whether or not they got married, but it just is what it is when you're dealing with this particular couple. The next couple I want to talk about is Stan and Lisa. Now, as we know, Lisa is doing her thing. And I've often wondered why Lisa does, what? I was going to talk about her smile and what was going on with that. I was just kept like looking at the screen, like, what is going on with her teeth? I think she has like 2 extra teeth right here. So she doesn't really smile. The hair has gotten very fluffy on her. She needs a little flat ironing going on. But other than that, Lisa is starting to, really look femme. But as we know, Lisa goes into her drawer, for all of you all who didn't know, and she has these little toys, if you will. And she said that they are not able to have that stuff, but they make their own out of rubber gloves, pencils. They take the pencil, wrap the pencil up, in a whole bunch of foam and towels and everything. And I guess I guess they determine, how big, how small it is or whatever. They put something around it and then they go for it. And I just was like, oh my God, like I would never want to go to jail because there's no way in the world I would want somebody to pencil me to death. Like you talking about creativity. I just can't, you can't even imagine it. But as we all are observing this, I'm looking and saying that Lisa is absolutely using Stan. Lisa said that Stan knows very little about her. The only thing that she has told him, is what she wants him to know. But as we know, Lisa has a woman that she is involved with. This woman, Lisa has been texting back and forth. Last week, we saw her at the car dealer when she was, going back and forth with the girl and telling her that, Stan was purchasing a car for her and that the car that he was purchasing for her, the girl was like, you better go, girl, and work. All right. This young lady is, still in this relationship with Lisa. Lisa said that before she even left, she had, she did her thing with her roommate. And so, Lisa says that she's very popular around the prison yard, in the prison, over here in these things. She's popular. She know how to do her thing. She know how to make her a straight up toy boo that will satisfy the most. And I think that, what I've noticed with both Lisa and Nicole is that they're not honest with these men. If you're going to do what you do, right? But don't bring somebody else in and deceive someone else to make them believe that you are anything than what you are. I really do believe that as people, we need to stand in our truth. And Lisa is acting as if she is the victim in this situation, and Lisa isn't the victim in this situation. She's just not. If you want to be with women, be with women. Don't use Stan in order to get what it is that you want to get from Stan. There is absolutely nothing wrong with Lisa liking women. And it's nothing wrong with Nicole liking women, but don't play a man in order to, you use your feminine wiles in order to woo some man. I don't get that, right? It's not right. And stuff like that will get you hurt. It will really, really get you hurt. And I just was like, come on. So anyway, Lisa and Stan are preparing for Lisa's brother and his girlfriend, wife, whatever, to come over. They are angry with Stan because Stan, because Stan put Lisa out in the streets. But Lisa was unwilling to give Stan what it is that Stan wanted. They had been arguing in the car because, of course, that night he got pulled over. And she forgave him and went back to the house. Now, according to what I'm looking at, and y'all let me know down in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section if you're seeing the same thing that I'm saying. And that is that Lisa is absolutely put the press on him. She has sped everything up. She needs to get everything now. I blame Stan in some ways because he hasn't asked her about her life. He hasn't done the research, and so we see him in the kitchen and he's going through his finances because now he's going to, put the final payment down on the car. And of course he has his little friend, his little friendly friend, his homie, to come over and take him because one person needs to drive the car back. Right. So they're going to ride over in the same car. He's doing this for him. But it's mighty funny that this guy said that he looks forward to meeting Lisa. And all this time that Lisa has been at Stan's house, you would think that his homies, especially with the way that he was bragging about Lisa, would have met her by now. Stan indicates that the relationship is lovey-dovey, but what he doesn't realize is that Lisa is in a whole different secret relationship with someone else. And so anyway, his friend asked him, how much he spent on the car. And he told him that he spent $13,000 on the car. He spent $3,000, $3,100 at DMV in order to, get her license, some speeding tickets off of her. He, what else did he do? It was something else he did. No, Lisa said he got her weave done. He's been basically footing the bill for Lisa the whole entire time. And so his friend was like, you don't think that Lisa is using you? And he was like, no. And then, Stan made a statement and said, I'm just tired of being lonely. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we see Lisa in Stan's room, in his little baseball room, where Stan has a whole lot of memorabilia, baseball, expensive memorabilia. And so Lisa goes in there with her cell phone in order to look at the memorabilia. And she is, looking them up and seeing how much it's worth. Like my heart was because I just knew she was going to take something. She was looking up the worth. He had a Babe Ruth ball, and she was like, no, this just cannot be, baseball. And she was like, this cannot be real. She looked up the price of it. It was worth $75,000, not $7,500, $75,000. He had a case, one of those box frames of baseball cards that all looked like they were old and autographed. He had so much baseball memorabilia in it. She was looking up some of the stuff, like she was just scrolling on the phone and was looking up things that were like, $100,000, $150,000. So even if he, if he's not a millionaire based on what is in his account, that stuff alone probably adds up to well over $1 million. Like Ray, Stan, you don't really know who you got in your house. Oh my God, like this woman was acting like she was an auctioneer. Like she was going through, like she was scrolling through, taking pictures and scrolling through like a mother, okay, up on his A. And he doesn't even realize that this woman is caping the place. Like she's seriously going through the place to see what this motherfucker got in here and what's valuable up in this camp. And I'm saying, Stan, boo, you is in danger while your friend is trying to tell you, man, this girl is trying to use you for whatever she could get out of you. Stan refuses to believe that. These people don't believe anything. Thank you so much, Wheezy, for the $4.99 super chat. Love your recaps, Auntie. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wheezy. Keep it easy, Wheezy. And so it's unbelievable at the delusion that these people walk through life with, because they're delusional to think. Anyway, so, Stan says that, he's an old man. He ain't got time for this. He tired of being lonely. So, as I said, the family is coming over. Her brother and, his girlfriend or whomever, they, bake the little stuff in the oven, and they come over, and the brother has a conversation with Stan to tell Stan that Lisa is his twin. Whatever happens to him happens to her. So I'm sure if he's saying that, then maybe he has 15 felonies as well. Lisa has a whopping 15 felonies. Will she ever be able to be employed? She knows how to hustle. She said that she has had people who have taught her how to hustle, i.e. her brother. And so the two of them are on this serious grind with this hustle thing that they got going on. And so he tells Stan, Stan takes him into the memorabilia room. Like, I hope they don't rob this old man. I swear, I hope they don't rob this old man. So he takes him into the memorabilia room so that they can have a little sit down conversation. And he tells him that, he didn't like the fact that he put Lisa's stuff out there on the curb and on the street. And he indicated that Lisa called him crying and was like, I really like this man. Lisa don't like this man. So anyway, the brother, tells Stan that his sister has already been hurt. She was, assaulted or something like that by her previous boyfriend or husband. And he doesn't expect that. And Stan was like, well, I've apologized, and I will apologize to whomever and whatever you want me to apologize to. If you want me to go out to the Statue of Liberty, bitch, and apologize, I'm willing to do that. Because at this point, Stan realized that the brother isn't playing. But at the end of the night, the brother capped Lisa off and said, I know when my sister is in love, and this isn't it. My sister isn't in love with this man. And he, at this point really believes that his sister is absolutely using Stan. Like there's nothing there that the brother see. He doesn't see the connection between the two of them. So of course, he's probably looking at his sister with the side eye. Now she has gotten the van and gotten the SUV and all of that kind of stuff. The girl was sitting out there on a porch talking about, how she felt about Stan. And I just was like, girl, like she's not the victim here. Stan is. It looks like they about to rob this mother. They about to take this for bad. You know what I'm saying? And when he comes in and out the door, I don't hear anything saying front door is open. I don't hear anything saying left, right, rear window is ajar. And that's what we need to be hearing. Because this motherfucker got some valuable stuff in his house and he don't seem to have a security system. I need something to say rear door is open. Okay, Stan, you need to get you one of those. Okay, even if you got Alexa just saying this stuff and you ain't really got one, but you got Alexa sitting on the counter and you say, Alexa, say that the door is ajar. The right door to the garage is open. Bitch, fake it till you make it or something, Stan, because these mofos, anyway. They say that Stan and Lisa, as of that particular episode, was still together, but I don't know if they still together or not. But I'm going to tell you right now, honey, stuff is looking real, real bleak. The next couple that I want to talk about is Brittany and Ray. Brittany, of course, this is D-Day. This is Daddy Day. Daddy is coming to the home and she now has to, be upfront about what's going on with Ray. Ray, last week, family was over and he insisted on meeting her freaking family. And so he put the press on her and gave her an ultimatum. And she was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to call my daddy. So she gets Ray up, the next day. Of course, Ray has been living there and the family thinks that Ray is at a halfway house and really doesn't even know that Ray is home. They have no idea that Ray has paroled and especially paroled to her house. Okay. So anyway, she gets him up in the morning and he, has on shorts and all of that. He's casual. He's at home. And so, she tells him that she needs him to put on a specific outfit because she needs him to wear some long pants so they don't see the tether. I think that's what it is. On his leg, his ankle bracelet, his ankle monitor. And she picks out his shirt and says, well, why don't you wear something colorful? She's trying to dress him up, if you will. And so, the daddy and the sister roll up there because they're thinking they're going to have this conversation with her. And, she's so insecure and sneaky and underhanded that she goes outside and she meets them outside to, try to prepare them that Ray is in the house. Now, Ray, at this point, realizes that, there's an issue with this particular situation. And so, this is his way of saying, you're not going to be ashamed of me. You're going to tell your family about me. And so, of course, they go out, the family is like, oh, she's like, Ray is visiting. Ray is home and he's visiting. And so she knows that her mother is unwilling to meet him. And she asks her father, Dad, would you be willing to come in and meet him? And the dad was like, okay. Now, when she was in the house, she told Ray that her daddy don't play about her. Her daddy doesn't play about her because she was in a previous relationship where there was some DV that was going on in the relationship. And so her family has already been put through the mill with her, and so now they're going to be suspicious and overly cautious of any man that she brings in because she doesn't know how to pick her pickers off. And sometimes as women and as men during certain parts of our lives, our pickers are off. They're just off. And so her picker was off with this gentleman. The family went through the whole process with her. And now she has this inmate. So, of course, the family is thinking the worst. And so he comes, the father comes in, the sister comes in, and they begin to talk to Ray about, his life and stuff like that. Ray said he knows how to articulate well. He knows how to present himself. And I thought that Ray did an excellent job presenting himself to her family, since she didn't really help. She did wind up telling the truth and saying that Ray has moved in with her. And the sister was like, you just moving too fast. And so was the father. But as Ray began to sit there and to tell them his story, and I think after they really saw Ray, they were like, the father was like, I'm going to give him a chance. I'm really going to give Ray a chance. Now, what we have discovered is that Ray has gotten a job, right? And it seems that the two of them are still together, because I did see them on, I think it was Dante's Instagram, that the two of them were in the same household. And so it looks like they're still together. So congratulations to Brittany. So Brittany, went with her boo thing after the father had given his blessing. The thing that she tried to do was say, well, Dad, I know you're going to say something to Mom about this. And the father was like, nope, I'm going to let you do it. Smart move, Daddy-o. Smart move. So anyway, they go on a date and everything, and she pays for the date. They begin to talk about, their future. He says that he wants to be married to her in 3 years. She said, don't give me no BS line. And 3 years later, I'm still not married to you. He said he wants to have kids first, and then he wants to get married to her. And she said, you don't think that we're doing this backwards? Her parents are going to be disappointed. See, the thing about it is, Brittany, with her family, she wants her cake and she wants to eat it too. She wants her to please her mother and father and please her family and come off a certain kind of way. But at the same token, she tells her father, when he's trying to give her advice, daddy advice, she tells her father that she is grown and she's able to make her own damn decisions. Then you didn't have to hide Ray from day 8 in. If you're able to make your own decisions, then why are you hiding Ray? Why are you lying about it? One thing I noticed about a lot of these people, that more they a lie that, boy, you talk about tell a lie, bitch, they will tell a lie. So the next couple, so anyway, like I said, Ray has a job. The two of them appear to still be together. Good on them. We'll see them next season, hopefully, right? I don't know if I want to see her though next season. I haven't made a connection with Brittany, and I don't know what it's about. I think it's just the lies that she's telling her father and telling her family, her need to want to be accepted, yet still do what, the hell she wants to do and wants everybody to swallow that and accept that. I think that maybe that's what it is. I just haven't made a connection with her because I just think she's extremely dishonest and manipulative. In my opinion, that's my opinion of her. I could be absolutely incorrect. Let me know down in the comment section. Y'all, please let me know down in the comment section. If you even like this girl, if you don't like her, why don't you like her? If you do like her, why you do? I really want to go back in the comments and see, because maybe I'm off, right? Because sometimes I can be off about these mofos. Very, very rarely. But I would like to see what you all are saying about this. Okay, so just do me that solid. Do me that solid while I move on to the next couple. The next couple that I want to talk about is Rachel and Doug. What a sad, sad state of cotton freaking affairs. So we see Rachel looking as beautiful as ever, because I think that Rachel is very beautiful, right? I think that she is gorge. Just gorge. But honey, her picker is wrong. Rachel comes to us in the form of a memoir, bitch. A monologue, bitch, on the stage. She says that she was sitting at home and she was chilling. And she got a text message from a young lady that said, honey, your husband ain't shh. Your husband ain't sugar honey iced tea. He is over my house with another woman. If that was my man, I would want somebody to text me and tell me. So I'm texting you, woman to woman. Okay, to let you know that your no good husband is cheating on you. And he's been cheating on you for a while. Just thought that you should know. So Rachel, being the person that Rachel is, didn't want to believe it. But remember, the sister had already dropped a dime when they were at the family front yard barbecue that her brother Dougie is going to cheat on that ass. Guaranteed he's going to drag you down to the ground. Then the sister got on her motorcycle, on the back of the motorcycle, and drove off. Rachel said that when Doug came home, she asked Doug about the incident. Doug told her that the two of them are having problems in their relationship, and so they're trying to cause problems in theirs. But what he didn't realize is that Rachel said, bitch, I own the phone. And I own the cotton freaking phone log. And I went through that bitch. And I noticed that the phone number, okay, because she had found a phone number on the phone log. She called the damn girl and asked the girl, and the girl admitted that she's been in a relationship with Dougie. Now, Doug, she also looked at it and saw that the day he came home, bitch, the next day, he was already talking to this chick. Already talking to the chick. So she said that she must have said something that caused him to pop off. And he said, next thing you know, he rammed his fist into her glass cabinet windows, busted out, and said the reason why he hit that glass is because he loved and respected her too much than to hit her. So he is a violent, he hits women, or he's not violent and he doesn't hit women, or the camera crew was there and he didn't hit her in front of the camera crew. So she said she left, went to her mother's house, and stayed at the mother house. When that ass got back, because Doug had to stay at the house because he was paroled there. So she had no other choice than to let this mofo stay up in her house. When she got back, he had cleaned that mother up like Molly Mae, bitch. He had all the clothes gone up out of there, shoes, anything and everything he owned was gone. And not only his, but he took little Dougie and little Dougie stuff right along out that house with him. Rachel, as we can see, is raw with emotion. She's heard about this. She's talking about how she, in a snap of a finger, wait a minute, that hand don't snap good, this one does. At a snap of a finger, her whole dreams, all of her dreams were gone. Just like that. She's talked about how hurt she was and how lonely she was. She went to little Doug's room. That joint was cleaned out, but at least they made the beds. Was cleaned out. He took everything. She said that he even took the PlayStation games, but she didn't have a problem with that because she saw little Dougie as her son. devastated, hurt, broken, busted, and damn disgusted. Sad state of affairs for Rachel. But I could have sworn that somebody, please y'all put it down in the comment section, that somebody said she had a child. So when she said that the house was empty and she was lonely, I was like, well, I thought that this girl had a child. And if she has a child, why is the house empty and lonely? Is the child older and in college? Did for some reason she lose the custody? Please, somebody tell me what's going on with her child and why her house is empty. Because I was under the impression that she had another child. So why is your house empty? I don't understand. Y'all make me understand, help me understand what the backstory is on this particular situation with her. But now she knows and she realizes, according to her, that she got scammed by the best scam artist she's ever met in her life. And she wants Dougie. And so she's cleaning up her house and everything and, trying to put the pieces of her life back together. When a lot of us women, get stressed out and stuff, we want to clean and, we frantically cleaning. And that's where we find her, and her mother goes in and, she's just talking in circles about, Doug and all of that kind of stuff. And her mother goes over and she taps her and she hugs her. And she said, let's go smoke a cigarette. You need to sit down and calm down. And then it's at this point where she says that, she doesn't have little Dougie, that Doug and little Dougie are living in a garage or a shed or something behind the sister's house. Bitch, are they running electric cords across the grass? How is they powering these PlayStation games? Bitches, is the orange extension cords. Y'all know them heavy duty orange extension cords, 25 footer, 75 footer. Are they running that across the yards, bitch? And they got other extension cords on. Like, how are they getting light? You talk about trash. Trash. Straight trash. But she wants to fight for little Doug. She is going to fight for him. And then we see Doug. Doug has all these tattoos and all of this stuff on him, with Rachel's name, Rachel's face, Rachel's ass, Rachel's this, Rachel's that. She's got all of this stuff. He's got all these things on him, but he don't love her. And she realizes that, he did all of those kind of things to manipulate her. He got so many damn tattoos. He said that it gives him a high. It gives him a rush when he gets a tattoo. And guess what? He's back in jail for parole violation. I heard it was a couple of charges. But you read what you sow. Anyway, next couple I want to talk about, y'all, is Deonte and Nicole. Deonte. Since he said everybody been saying his name wrong. Deonte and Nicole. What can we say? What can we say that we have not, bitch, already said? Bitch, we've already said it all. Nicole gets up in the morning with Tia. They've stayed in the hotel room that night. When we last saw them, they was kissing and grinding and, rubbing and, doing what they do, what grown people do. Nicole is sick. She's hungover because she drank too much. And Tia is like sober and ready to smoke her cigarettes and her hookah. So Nicole says, I need you to take me because I got to go and see Deonte. You going to drive me? She says, yes. So they're driving in the car and everything to go and meet Deonte. She says that they didn't do anything that night because she was too sick and she felt like if she was to do anything with her, she would get sick on her. So according to Nicole, they didn't do anything. Tia is saying that she's going to stay another day. So Nicole, she pulls up at the meeting spot where they're supposed to be meeting Deonte. She gets out. She says, I don't want him to see you. The girl was like, he don't know what I look like. Get the fuck out the car with your sick ass. So Nicole gets out the car. She goes and she waits. I don't know how long she waited because the sun was up when she got there. Bitch, it was dark when Deonte got there. Deonte walks up. Hey, what's up, Nicole? Hey, what's up, Nicole? She like, hey. He like, so what's going on? So Nicole was like, nothing, whatever. He was like, yeah, I saw. You're going to have to make a decision about what you did. You was with Sean, your old boyfriend, and now I see you on Instagram or Facebook with this girl laying in the bed. He said, does she not know I follow her on social media? That I can see this? Does she not know that I see everything that she's doing? So Deonte, then, why do you have to ask the question, bitch? This Jeopardy. Just say what it is that you said. Say what it is that you say. You saw it. You already know what the deal is. Why are you asking her questions? Why are you asking her, Deonte, or where she is and what she want and all that old dumb bull? Okay, hold on. Let me get my glasses because they fail. Thank you so much, Beverly Conley, for the $9.99 super sticker. Thank you, boo. Trying to make sure I didn't miss any other ones. Okay, looks like I didn't. Thank you so much, Beverly. So Deonte is sitting here asking Nicole, what does Nicole want? Why does Nicole have options, Deonte? Why does she have any options? As a man, you should be coming there and letting her know where you stand as a man. You don't ask this woman, regardless of whether or not you saw this coming or not. You already know that she was with the other guy. He tells her, why did you lie, Nicole? Why did you get in a car with another man after you had met with me and my mother? Because she's a liar, Deonte. She's used you the whole time. Didn't Derek tell you? Derek been telling you the whole damn time that this girl is using you. But Deonte, here's the thing. Don't nobody got to tell you. There's no way in the world you're going to tell me that this is love, Deonte. And I know I said this last week. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Thank you so much, Nebra Lester, for the $10 super chat. How can a man be so gullible? Shaking my head. I don't know, Nebra. I don't know, but thank you so much for the super chat. Like, what the hell is going on? What's going on? She tells him wasn't nothing going on with her and the girl, that they was just playing in the bed. But Deonte know from seeing the cotton freaking pictures and stuff in the videos that they not just playing in the bed. But you giving your power up week after fucking week, and we sick of seeing you give your power up. So the next thing you know, Tia comes out the fucking car, walking up, talking about some, hey, I'm Tia. So Deonte was like, so what the fuck? Who gives a fuck about who you are? I just want to say she a good girl. Ain't nothing happened. We didn't kiss. Bitch, they was kissing all in the lips. We didn't rub. We didn't touch. We were just chilling out and hanging as girlfriends. Bullshit. Deonte sitting there like, so Nicole's sitting in the middle because Tia's lying. I don't know why she treats you like this. You a nice looking guy. You look better than your pictures that I saw, because I ain't think that you was attractive at all. But you a nice looking man. Deonte said, thank you. And you a nice looking fella your damn self. Bitch, I fell out because her face was, her face shattered into 1,000 pieces. He said, you a nice looking man yourself. Her face shattered because she wasn't expecting him to say that. But you know what? The thing about it is he didn't mean it as a read. He just said it because at this point, Deonte is on the back of buses licking windows, bitch. Deonte is in the back of the I'm convinced that when Miss Nika put him on that yellow bus, at some point on one of the rides, at least, bitch, one of the rides, Deonte had a helmet on, bitch. Strapped to the back, okay? With knee pads and elbow pads on, bitch. You ain't gonna convince me no difference that one day, at least one day in his life, that bitch was on there like he was going cycling and he was only going to school. Ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me that Deonte ain't a little, okay? He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't like that. He like that up on that ass. So at the end of the day, Nicole is going back and forth and saying, how she doesn't know what to do. She don't know what decisions she want to make. And then she sits there and tells Deonte she want an open damn relationship. Deonte said, I done been through enough in my life and I ain't going to accept it. If you don't want to be with me, then you go head on, and you ain't got to be with me. You go head on to be with her because I ain't got time for it. He said, I ain't going to play second to nobody. I said, well, you already done played 4. At least you're in 4th place. But I mean, I guess you're trying to come back up. I don't know. But Deonte, you've already been number 4. You've been number 3, number 4. Now, I'm going to give you credit that you didn't know at first. But when you know, there's no excuse for you. Okay? No excuse whatsoever. So Nicole basically lets Deonte know, and Deonte, and he lets her know. He told her, this the last time you're going to see my ass. And he's gone. But then he tells the cameraman, the producer, the grip man, the man with the lights, that he might be over her. She goes back over to Tia and tells Tia that they're going to be together, bitch. That she made her decision. No, Deonte made the decision. And I wanted to be proud of him. Next thing we know, we see him with Derek. And Derek got a cotton freaking little casket, a little wooden casket. And they got little Junior Nicole in it. And they, next thing you know, Deonte got it. Derek was like, do whatever you got to do, burn it up. But, once you burn it up, don't go back. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. The future ain't looking bright at all. The future is darker than it's a black hole, Deonte. Derek said he gonna go back. He ain't done with her. He's gonna go back. So they take the mofo, they take little Nicole out, they put her, down into the casket, they close the top on it, and they get to praying. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. God is gracious, God is good, and Lord, we thank you for this food. By our hands, by your hands, we all are fed, and we thank you, Lord, for our daily bread. Dirk was looking for real. Man, if you don't take a match and light that casket. So they take and light the casket, and he says that the only person that was there for me for real was Nicole Jr. Wasn't nobody else there for me. I said, bitch. I said, bitch, Deonte, we're going to have to talk. We're going to have to talk. We going to have to talk. Like, seriously. Me and you. Hit me up in my DMs because we got to have a damn conversation. This too much. This was too much. This was too much. Nicole said, it won't be the last time that I see Deonte. And I believe that. Because like Derek said, he's not through. He's not through. At all. And last but not least, our girl. Your girl. My girl. Anissa. Bitch. If Anissa ain't cold-blooded, I don't know who ain't. Jeff is walking around the house. He's doing his weights. She's in the kitchen doing what she's doing. She's waiting for her girlfriend to pick her up so they can go to the garden center, bitch, at Walmart. He says he knows something is wrong. She ain't acting right. He said, God damn it, I know something wrong. But he already know what it is. He said she ain't the same. She ain't online order, letting him online order, nothing like that. So, she goes out the house with her girlfriend and she wants to tell her girlfriend about Jeff. And she tells her girlfriend, somebody told me that Jeff has told a lie about something. So the girlfriend was like, what? She was like, girl, Kyle. He told me about him. And he told me that he has an 18-year-old. Like, she spilled the beans. Don't ever tell her nothing and don't commit nary crime in front of her ass because she's straight coming out and she's snitching, bitch. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She is snitching. Back at the ranch, he realizes that something has gone down. He said, it's something about this drawer. He said, I don't know what I'm looking for. He said, I don't know what I'm looking for, but I know it when I get it. He said, every time I go by this dresser, she always be like, what you at that dresser for? Bitch, get back. Step back, bitch. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, lights and bells go off. So he went in that drawer, honey, and he found a cell phone. He found that cell phone, and the bitch wasn't locked. He was like, oh, gold pot. He goes through there and he looks and there's pictures. Sexy, nasty grandma. Okay, grandma, been gay, hot, icy patch ass, gold bond, Geritol ass pictures of Anissa sitting on a bed, on a chair. She's sitting down. She's sitting or squatting because, of pictures that she done sent to men. He said every cotton freaking contact in that mofo was a man. He's shocked because he said, I ain't never get no prison pictures of this bitch like this. So he is shocked because here Anissa is looking like Anissa, whatever the hell, looking like a straight prison hoe. So now he got something on her ass. She is sitting there looking just, and the pictures, God bless her, she had a cami on. Oh, peace, bitch. I said, come on, boo, step your game up. At least put a bra on. You ain't got to flash everybody like Angela, but at least put a bra on. So anyway, he found the jackpot. He's going to confront her. So she comes home and everything. He said, yeah, hey, what's going on? She was like, nothing. Something wrong with you? No. What you doing? I'm just in my phone. He said, oh, okay. Well, something's wrong with you. Why don't you tell me what it is? You might as well just go ahead on and tell me. She said, do you got something that you need to tell me? He said, no. She said, you don't need to tell me about a child, about an 18-year-old child. He said, how the fuck you know about the child? She said, I know about the child from Cap. He said, that son of a raggedy son of a... He called him all kinds of names. He said, I'm going to beat the brakes off that. I'm going to beat the brakes off his ass. Next thing you know, honey, he's sitting out on the porch. She done set him up and said that he's on his way with his girlfriend. Anissa said, bitch, I ain't even going outside. I'm going to let them, they two prisoners in a prison yard. I want to see them work. She said, I don't have nothing to do with this. They ain't going to put me in the middle of it. Bitch, you the one working, running a neighborhood, snitching. Huh? And you ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm a grown woman. I don't have time to do with this. They two ex-cons. They need to fight this out on their own. I said, bitch, let me tell you. She needed to be dragged for real. Thank you so much, Marie Friends Laughport, for the $5 super chat. As the stomach churns, these are the days of our lives. Okay. What you say? Sure. Anissa had on a camisole and a depend. Let me tell you something. She got a kick out of this. Anissa loved to fight. This bitch made sure she had all of her snacks, her drinks, and everything, and was peeking out the blinds, bitch, but was steady trying to tell people she didn't have nothing to do with this. He goes out on that porch, honey. She sees he done pulled up with his girlfriend. He's here. Ding, ding, ding. Round one. Jeff goes out that and it was like, man, you told about it. I know what you did. So, he's sitting up in the truck. He like, he's smoking a cigarette with his girl and everything. He said, you told Anissa about my 18-year-old child. So he was like, okay, and bitch, he said, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You slut. Like he called him all kinds of names, okay? And so he was like, I'm going to whoop your ass. And so, Cal get out the car. He was like, I mean, what you waiting for Christmas? What the fuck did he say Christmas for? Man, Jeff came running across that yard with his big lumberjack looking ass, honey. He punched him up. He came up with the cow. The cameraman or whoever this little bouncer was skinny. He ended up, Jeff slipped out of his arms, honey, like a stick of butter. He was up on his ass, knocked him down to the ground, punched his ass down to the ground, and was ready to whip. Like he was going to whip his ass. Cal got up in that cotton freaking truck and was like, man, let me tell you, what is this? He said, man, let me tell you, I will get my gun and I will put a bullet right here. But Jeff had already told him that he was going to fuck him up. He didn't care if he had a stick, he had a broom. He said he didn't care if he had a knife or he didn't care what he had. He was going to whoop his ass. He said, I was about to tell her. How dare you tell her about the child when I was getting ready to tell her in the next 5 minutes? This motherfucker got mad because when he went on that computer to show off about the online and was talking about social media and having his little Facebook account set up and all of that kind of stuff, he really got mad, not because of the 18-year-old child. He got mad because his ass couldn't log on to Facebook or Instagram or any other social media platform because Anissa changed the password on his ass. He couldn't online shop no more. He couldn't do anything because she took all his privileges away from him. That's what the real deal was. He didn't care about that damn child. Thank you so much, Trinidad, for the $5 super chat. I live in California now, but I'm from Louisiana. When I saw Jeff and Anissa's part, I got homesick. Country as hell. Okay. Thank you so much, Boo, for the super chat. Honey, let me tell you. This mofo was mad because he no longer had access to Facebook, which is where he asked and put his GoFundMe for his teeth. Yes, to all of you all who don't know, Jeff has asked the fans of Love After Lockup to provide him with $20,000 to get his teeth fixed. A la carte style. Bitch, you can pick what you want to pay for because it's all a la carte. He comes back into the house after Cal and his girlfriend pulls away. And he tells Lisa that he didn't know about this child, that he hadn't been talking to her. She came to the halfway house when he went on Facebook. He said after she went in his DMs and was like, I'm telling you, you got an 18-year-old child that I think is yours. But then he confronts her about her pictures, about her granny panty pictures and her camisole. She said that those pictures she had taken during his first stint in jail. And because he wasn't there, she decided that she was going to post pictures and send pictures to other men. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for the $4.99 super chat. Love you, Auntie. Love you too, boo. Thank you. Y'all, this was a mess. According to the Post, it appears that they are still together. Anissa knew her ass was caught, and she sat up there and tried to lie her way out of it and said that he said this was going on in 2019. Anissa is a granny panty lady of the night. Boo, put your jammies on, your full pajamas on, and go to bed. But he had already said in the previous episode that Lisa ain't no stranger to the bedroom games. Okay, that bitch like Rudolph at Christmas time. Nose is real bright, bitch. She is she is out there giving it up for the men, according to him. She didn't really care. Let me tell y'all something. This was the season finale. It's supposed to come back. I will be covering Life After Lockup. We will be coming back to Love After Lockup, and we will be discussing these mofos again. This was the season finale. I thank you all for riding with your auntie, riding with me. Y'all have been riding with me. Thank you all so much for riding with me on this journey as we have been covering and reviewing Love After Lockup season 3. Bitch, I can't wait till we get to season 4. At some point, we've got to get to season 4. Season 3 has got to match the hell out. Let me all know. Let me all know what you think in the comments section. I love you all to pieces and be safe. God bless you all.